KTL Restorations is coming up with a way to recruit and make our industry more appealing to people, get more eyes on our industry in a better, more positive way. They have something called Operative Talent, and I'm talking with Kurt today. He's sharing with us about it because it's something that could potentially grow like wildfire. A lot of big companies are joining in on this and sponsoring it, which means it's going to get passed like a baton, and maybe your shop will be next to participate. Check it out.
Welcome to Body Bangin', your podcast for all things body. Auto body, that is. And now, introducing Body Bangin's host, Mickey Woods of Mickey Woods Marketing. Mickey is a former auto collision center owner and is now a marketing and business development expert to shops across the globe.
Hello, and welcome back to the Body Bangin' podcast. We are at the Southeast Collision Conference out in Richmond, Virginia, and we are talking with different speakers, attendees, vendors. We are super thankful for Lombard Equipment for sponsoring this. They are selling all kinds of new and refurbished equipment from Maine to Miami. So if you need something, they're the guys to call. On today's episode, we have Kurt Lawrance. He's with KTL Restorations. Hello, Kurt.
How are you?
Good, good. Now, I wanted to chat with Kurt because he owns a restorations company, but one of the things that he's doing is called Operative Talent. Is that correct? Is that what
That
it's
is
called?
correct. Yes, Operative Talent.
And it's with CREF that you're doing this through?
It's through CREF, and the Petty Foundation just came aboard.
Okay.
To help with the project also.
And tell us about the project.
So the project was a idea that me and my wife had, and Tina Nellis, which is BASF. We have a problem in the industry and even in our shop, just trying to find help.
Right.
So me and Crystal in our area, they're closing all the high school programs as far as technical type stuff, auto body.
Really?
Yes. So they disappeared.
Wow.
So the VOTEC just opened a new body shop program, and they're trying to make it a 2-year, which now me and Krista just found out about. So now we're very heavily involved in that.
Yeah.
So because of Operative Talent, we started reaching out. We're trying to find young adults to come and help with the project.
Okay.
To work with me, my wife, and us at the shop building this car. So we're trying to bring young interest into it, not just, the books and stuff like that, and them just seeing these cars in magazines and on TV.
Right.
It can be a part of building a 6-figure car.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So we have multiple brands coming in, donating parts, products, all kinds of money, all these things into the project to help fund and move it forward.
Okay.
So we're just trying to get it off the ground. We're learning a lot as we build it.
I bet.
So in our area, since they took this out, so we went to the local VOTEC. So now we have 3 interns in the shop that is starting to be a program so they can actually get college credit working with us.
Oh, nice.
So it's because we do so many different facets in our shop, like welding, bodywork, mechanical. We do it all in our shop.
Okay.
So these students, they can come in and work with our employees and go behind them and watch them and learn what a wrench is, what a socket is. I mean, these are things. And one of the biggest other things in this industry is these kids don't understand that they need to invest themselves into tools. So a lot of these kids want a job, but they don't even know, like, what should I buy?
Right.
what do I need?
Yeah.
So, and the other thing is a lot of them don't understand on how much it costs.
Right. Well, and then financially, how do they afford to get the tools?
Yeah, that's a scary situation because I mean, you have these trucks that show up at the shop. They charge a lot of money for these tools, and basically they pay $20-$30 a week on the truck. But if you rack up $20,000-$30,000 on a truck, that takes a long time to pay off.
Yeah.
So we have we're looking for more and more tool programs to come in for these students to help them with a budget,
Okay.
basic setup, so
Yeah.
they can get going in the industry and not be struggling.
Yeah. Starting off on the wrong foot kind of thing.
Yeah. Yes.
Help
And-
set them up.
Yep. So we're trying to do a lot of different things for the industry to get kids involved, to get them to where they can feel like, well, when they come into our shop, my wife, she does the bookkeeping, the social media,
Mm,
and all these different types of things. So she's even looking for kids that want to come in and market the automotive industry
right.
because we still need people to market us
Yeah.
because mechanics don't market themselves.
Right.
Body size, so that you need people to help you and advertise for your business.
Right. Right.
So we need all these things. So
Yeah.
Operative Talent is one of these tools in the industry that multiple brands can get on board and help us fix it. So when this Camaro is built, we will raffle it off to whoever the winner is,
Uh-huh.
and then CREF takes that money and redonates it back into another school that needs the help
Okay.
and moving the next project forward. So the next project goes to another shop somewhere in the United States,
Okay.
which my wife and Tina and the board stays in control of, and the other shop builds it with their local kids.
Nice.
So it's an
Nice.
opportunity. It's going to move around. And so it just enables a lot of different things. So one of the builds will come back to us and then we'll restart the project. And then we'll get other shops, more and more shops involved into the
Okay.
project.
So this is the first one of its kind that you
Yes.
guys, so you guys are spearheading this project that ideally it sounds like will be kind of like a pay it forward. You do it, you raffle it, the funds go through CREF, and now another shop picks up kind of like a race, like a baton, like passing the baton, like
Yes.
now
Yes.
you're up. Now you
Yeah. So like the next one might be auctioned off.
Okay.
So we might do an auction the next time. It's not,
Okay.
we haven't set those things, how the car is either going to be donate or, funds are going to be raised. We haven't,
Right.
It's not a set thing. This
Yeah.
one's going to be a raffle. The next
Okay.
one might be an auction.
Right.
The other-
Right.
So that's how it's going to work.
Right.
So
So it's basically to get more shops involved doing this type of thing with the industry support, because I believe PPG is supporting you guys with this.
Yep.
Obviously, if CREF is participating, and then other vendors.
BASF,
Right.
yeah, a lot of different companies coming together for this build.
That's awesome. And then a lot of exposure. And like you said, the key to it being generating like that excitement for the kids to be around it and to see how this car starts from the beginning till the end. So that
Yes.
exposure.
Yep. Yep.
So
So
it sounds like it's kind of a project from the heart then, seeing those
Yes.
classes get shut down, knowing
it
the
is.
need. Mm-hmm.
Bringing something that's in our area dying because we're not educating our parents in trade,
Right. Right.
because it really is. We're not educating the parents into trade, and we're having a lack of that.
Yeah.
So
I agree. Yeah, I forget who was talking about that. I know I talked with Brandon Eckenrode a little bit about it as well. It's not just appealing to the children, well, not even children, because oftentimes they're high schoolers, sometimes young adults, but then the parents of their kids to encourage them, hey, check this out. Go into a trade. For a long time, getting into a trade was like a dirty word. Like you only did that if you were dumb.
Well,
it's like changing the perception.
yeah, like for instance, my daughter, she'll be 18 this year, and she was going to high school just before COVID hit, before we went to the online learning stuff.
Yeah.
She was in the counselor's office, and she was talking to the counselor about how she wanted to get into her parents' business.
Mm-hmm.
And the counselor asked her, she says, "So what do your parents do?" "Oh, they own a restoration shop."
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, well, you don't want to do that. You'll never make any money doing it."
Oh, wow.
It wasn't good for the counselor later on. There was a good conversation, and I hope we changed that counselor's point of view on trade.
Yes. Right.
So there we go back to educating our schools
Yes.
and our parents, because the parents say what they want in the schools.
Right. So, good point. Very good point. Yeah. Yep. Changing the perception.
Yes.
That's been around for so long and that's inaccurate, really. Yeah. Well, yes. That's awesome. I'm super excited for you guys. I will find you online and follow you on social media so I can see this project when it's done and see how this whole operative talent, the evolution of it. I think that's a great idea. I love people like you being innovative, seeing a problem, and rather than bitching about it, actually going and doing something.
Yep.
Right?
We got tired of bitching about it, so it's time to put it to use and do something about it. And, right now we have 3 interns in the shop right now, and they're all from the VOTEC program, and they all work on the car at some point during the week. And that's the more and more we get, the more and more I can apply. So I'm hoping this summer we're hoping to get about 100 kids through our shop to actually put their hands on this car. That's our goal.
Wow. In just this one build?
In just this one build.
Wow.
So just for instance, we opened up our shop to the local VOTEC school.
Yeah.
And just for students just to come walk through. And one of them was interested in doing stuff and everything, and he brought his girlfriend with him.
Uh-huh.
And she was into photography, and she wants to get into writing and all those types of things. And Chris was like, "I need somebody like you, because I need you to write about the students working on the car."
Yeah.
So there you go. There's another connection to the automotive. And she had no idea that automotive industry really needed anybody like that.
Right. Yeah.
So,
we have so many more needs than, again, the perception. I do marketing. I do marketing for shops across the US and in Canada for collision shops. And there's a huge need for it. You don't have to work in the collision industry and bang on metal all day. There's a whole lot of other things you can be doing.
But when somebody like that, you can introduce them into a shop like that where they can just take photos and be able to write, and then have a mentor like somebody like you or my wife to say, "Hey, look, that's a rotor, that's a brake. You don't need to know how to fix it. You need to know how to word it, and how to sell it to people and stuff like that." And to make people that don't understand.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
So,
yeah, very cool. Well, I'm glad that John Shoemaker introduced Kurt and I'm glad that he did. What a great thing you're doing. Now I can see why he was so excited for me to talk to you. This is super cool. Super cool.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for listening. I appreciate you. Make sure that you are following us on all social media. If you're watching this on YouTube, that you are subscribing. And then make sure you check out Kurt. Where are you guys at on social media so we can follow this project?
I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
Okay.
On the web. And we do have a YouTube channel. We need to work on that. It's just
That's
there's
all right.
not enough hours in the day.
I feel you. And that's at KTL Restorations, right?
KTL Restorations.
All right. Very cool. Well, thanks everybody. And thanks again, Kurt. And thank you also to Lombard Equipment for sponsoring this.
And Operative Talent does have its own website.
Oh, it does. Okay.
And its own Facebook page. So
cool. I'll put those links in the description for people. Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We have some incredible topics and guests coming your way you will not want to miss. If you are watching on YouTube and don't want to miss the latest and greatest, you'll want to hit the bell after subscribing, so you will get a pop-up each time a video podcast goes live. To our devoted fans, would you mind paying it forward and sharing this little gem with someone else you think may benefit from it? Much love from all of us here at Body Bangin', all things auto body.